What an uplifting song I have for you. Vea con Dios is the name of the group. Na Na Na. Very, very popular Belgium act and group. Trust me, you're going to love this song. It's just to uplift the spirit. It's going to be short and sweet. One of those short and sweet videos, not too deep. But of course, I like to give a bit of bio and credit to the band. And Ve con Dios sounds Spanish, and it is. It's go with God. That's the translation. Is a Belgian music act that stood out for its mixture of styles as well as distinctive voice of the lead singer Danny Klein. It was one of the most successful Belgian music acts ever, having sold more than 10 million albums. And you haven't heard of her? And more than 3 million singles. It was founded in 1986, but after 1991, Vea con Dios was for the most part a one-woman band centered on singer, lyricist, bandleader and producer Danny Klein, reinforced by an ever-changing selection of musicians. And that happens with, touring. It affects family life. They change the musician, they add somebody. But it's nice to know that her voice and herself fronted the band for so long and has come back, as I'll tell you in a minute. Vea con Dios officially disbanded with their last concert on the 25th of October 2014 in Forest National. Now, Forest National, or Vorst National Dutch, is a multi-purpose arena located in Brussels, Belgium. So in 2022, Vea con Dios returned with a new album because during the pandemic she recorded the very last Vea con Dios album with original songs in the style of the atmosphere of the mixed genres that people were used to. She also revealed a song title for the actual album was called Always Something Missing. But there's nothing missing in this. It's uplifting, it's sweet, it's one of those moments I'm going to give you. I'm going to just give you as a New Year's gift from me to you musically. Enjoy. Let's have a bit of na ni na na with this Belgian musical phenomenon, and then come back for a short synopsis of what this video is about.
I got on the phone and called the girl, said meet me down at Curly Pearls for a nay-na-na-na, nay-na-na-na. In my high heel shoes and fancy fads, I ran down the stairs, hailed me a cab going nay-na-na-na, 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 nay-na-na-na. Oh, na nay-na-na-na, nay-na-na-na, na-na-na. When I pushed the door, I saw Eleanor and Mary Lou swinging on the floor, going nay-na-na-na, nay-na-na-na. Sue came in a silk sarong. She waltzed across as they played that song. I mean, nay-na-na-na, 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 nay-na-na-na. Oh, na-nay-na-na-na, nay-na-na-na, na-na-na. To sing that song, nay na na na, nay na na na, nay na na na, nay na na na. Oh, na nay na na na, nay na na na, na na na. It was already 3:30, but the night was young, and so were we dancing. Nay na na na,
Wasn't that too short and sweet, wasn't it? Amazing song, uplifting, and exactly what we needed today. I have to say, I'm just going to get rid of this. So that was the song, and I'm telling you, it's, you know, we need more of this kind of music. Nay, Na Nay Na by the Belgian band Van Condius is what you've just heard. Released in 1990, the first single from the band's second studio album. I should read properly, Night Owls. And the music videos consist of one single take. So that was, imagine they just roll, everybody started singing, dancing, moving, and there's the video. Perfect, well done, Vea. Glad you're back with kind of like a farewell album. But in a way, Mick Jagger's just come back, U2's just come back, yourselves have just come back. A lot of the established artists from years ago have come back with new music, breathing new life into the music industry. And I just think it's fabulous. I really do. I'm a great supporter of that. Now, the song is a playful, lively tune, as you've just heard, depicting a night out in the town, as you've just seen, with a group of girlfriends. There she is. And the lyrics revolve around that fun and carefree atmosphere that experienced through the evening we've all had at some stage. It reminds me of Croatia, when I went to Dubrovnik and I walked through the castle grounds that's central to the whole peripheral of what the city's about. And I walked through and I was so drunk, and I remember singing and dancing just like that, and the memories have come flooding back after watching that. I have to say, great memories. I had a great evening, and I'd recommend Dubrovnik in Croatia to anybody. Now, the first verse in the lyrics, it calls her friends, she invites them to the Curly Pearls, she's eagerly exclaiming the lyrics, "Na na na na," which serves as an exuberant expression of anticipation and excitement. Think about it, like the way she's walking, the way it's an expression, it's a body language. She dresses up in high heel shoes, fancy attire, ready to embark on the night ahead. We've all been there, except for I don't wear high heel shoes. And the chorus repeats that "na na na na" as a catchy refrain, simply because it's today my words, capturing the joyful and infectious energy of the moment. And we've all been there. Now, when I look at the lyrics are so simple. The second verse, it introduces additional characters even in the video. They're called Eleanor, just for you to know, and Mary Lou, I believe, who are seen dancing, swinging to the music as well. The mention of Sue, elegantly dressed in a silk strong attire, sarong, that's what they're called, further emphasizes that glamorous feeling and ambience of the evening that's ahead. Oof, I wish I was part of it. And the third verse just mentions Annie's late arrival due to a prior engagement, but she eventually joins in on the fun, and possibly the owner or the bartender, depending on, the bartender, serves some drinks, and the piano man starts playing the song "Na Na Na Na," creating even more a jubilant atmosphere. As the night progresses, the final little bit of the verse here, the fourth verse going into the end, highlights the late hour, 3:30, but the group remains full of energy and continues dancing and singing away. Memorable refrains down all the way through that city, reminding me of Croatia. Overall, it's a sense of liberation, the song, celebration. Carefree night out, filled with friends, dancing, unapologetic enjoyment of life, celebrating the night ahead. Haven't we all been there, wore that t-shirt and enjoyed it? I hope there's many more nights for me to come. Maybe I'll go back to Croatia. There's a big plug for Croatia now. So there you go. Enjoy your evening ahead. I hope it's a great celebration no matter what you do this week at some point, and you go out and enjoy yourselves, and maybe you'll have a bit of na 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 na. I hope so. Take care for now.